Hey guys, welcome to the first ever unboxing on this YouTube channel. I have something really special for you guys today. Something that's never been seen before on YouTube or anywhere on the internet. Now, if any of you guys follow basketball, there's a really good chance that you're familiar with the Ball family and Big Baller brand. Now, if you aren't, I'll just give you a quick rundown. So within the Ball family, there's three brothers, and in my opinion, they're probably some of the greatest athletes to ever put their hands on a basketball. I would also consider their father, LeVar Ball, to be a basketball genius and marketing god. So the oldest brother, Lonzo Ball, who plays for the Los Angeles Lakers currently, put out his own signature shoe a few months ago. Here's a quick picture of those shoes. Now, I love the look of those shoes, and for the price of $500, I know that can seem like a lot, but I really think they're worth it. Now, a few months after those released, LaMelo put out his own shoe, who is the youngest sibling. But Liangelo, the middle son, never got his own signature sneaker. So I did some research knowing that something had to be in the works for Liangelo. And sure enough, AliExpress had my exact size just waiting to ship from Singapore. And that's what this box is right here. In this box is the unreleased Gelo 3s. The never-before-seen sneaker from Liangelo Ball. Now, I haven't seen any pictures of these, so this is going to be just as much of a surprise for me as it is for you. I'm so excited to unbox these, so let's get into it. Alright, so this tape should just peel off here. I hope. Yup. Alright, are you guys ready for the reveal? I'm not sure if I am, but here we go. Oh my gosh. This is nothing like I've ever seen before. These are fire. Right here on my table are the unreleased Gelo 3s, Liangelo Ball's first signature sneaker with Big Baller brand. I love these already. Now, I think the best way to show you guys these shoes is just gonna be to go from section to section, front to back. So you'll see the front is quite crazy with these. You'll see that the tape over it says "Stay in yo lane," which is a popular quote from LeVar Ball, the father of Big Baller brand. And then this tape is over these awesome feathers right here, if I can get you guys a good close-up, which I believe to be straight from exotic Lithuanian birds, which is where LaMelo and Liangelo are currently playing basketball. As we look at the front, you'll see that these sneakers probably include one of the most insane lacing systems I've ever seen, but I love that. There's two main laces here. You got the tan on the bottom and this greeny black kind of color at the top. And then the tan one is encaged in what looks to be pipe cleaners and zip ties, which I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I've ever seen that done before on a basketball shoe. As we move to the outside of the shoe, you'll notice the Big Baller brand logo right on the side there. I like how it's so big. When you're balling up at the YMCA or wherever, and you're wearing these, people are gonna know that you're wearing Big Baller brand. You'll notice that the feathers kind of come onto the side as well, which is awesome. And then on this side right here, you actually have a reflector. Reflectors aren't really used too much with sneakers of any sort, so I like that Big Baller brand is kind of innovating the sneaker game. Now, as we move to the back of these shoes, there is this little hint right here. I'm not sure what this is representing, but it's on both shoes, and you'll see that as you're gonna be running in these shoes, they're gonna kind of jump around. I don't know what this is supposed to help you with. I'm assuming probably balance or something. Hopefully when these shoes actually hit their full release, Liangelo will specify the purpose of these things right here. As we move to the sole on the back, you're gonna notice that this is another one of those things where it spells out something on both shoes. This time being Boom Gang. And I think that's probably a reference to Liangelo Ball's fun time in China, where he decided to steal a few things. I definitely like that touch because it's something that's not very apparent to the average user, but it's definitely there. As we move on to the inside of these shoes, this is one of the coolest parts. You'll see that on the inside of both sneakers, Liangelo Ball actually signed them. There's one. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did pay extra for this, but I think it was well worth it. On both sneakers, it says Liangelo Ball, number 3. Just to know that Gelo had these in his hands with a gold Sharpie and signed them is so cool to me. Just to prove that this is his real signature, a certificate of authenticity was included in my package. And it reads, it's titled Certificate of Authenticity, and it says, the autograph on this pair of Gelo 3 shoes is hella real and not fake and stuff. They were signed by Liangelo Ball himself. We hope you enjoy your shoes, bro. Sincerely, Robert Jefferson. And he is the boss of the Department of Authenticity. So you'll see right here, this is my certificate of authenticity. Looking good. I might frame this and put it on my wall, not sure yet. Back to the sneakers, you will see that on the inside, there's also a blue reflector this time. So you got a white one on the outside and then blue on the inside, and I really like those. They just kind of add a little extra flash to the shoes. Now to take a look at the traction pattern on these shoes. It's a little different from your typical basketball sneaker, but I'm assuming it works great. Now, as extravagant as these shoes are, you really can tell that they're a triple B sneaker. They kind of keep the chunky black style of the big thick sole here. And then of course you got the triple B logo, loud and proud, right on the top here. So now that you guys have gotten to take a look at the cosmetics of this sneaker, I think I'm gonna do a full scale review. So right here you'll see that I've labeled the 5 main components of what makes a basketball sneaker so great. So first up we have style, and out of the now 3 big baller brand sneakers, I think these have the best style. They're the most out there and most noticeable, but I think they also look the coolest at the same time. So on a scale from 1 to 10, 6 being the highest, I am going to give these a 13. Now onto the traction next. I'm gonna set this down for a second. You'll see this traction, although it may look weird, it's good. When I scrape this against the table, it's not going anywhere. You're gonna stop on any court that you're playing on. I would say that you might have to wipe when you're playing basketball every few possessions. These deep grooves probably will collect some dust. So that's the only downside of the traction. So on a 1 to 5 scale, 7 being the best and 3 being the worst, I'm going to give these a 4. And next is stability. Stability is another really high point of these sneakers due to the massive high ankle support right here. So just to prove it to you guys, when I stick my hand in here, and obviously once you have these laced up, it's gonna be even more stable. But I stick my hand in here and I try to move it and it's stuck in there. You're gonna be very stable when playing in these, and that's due to the very high amount of ankle support, which I personally really need when I'm balling up. So for stability, I'm gonna have to give these a 22. Now, next up you'll see we have durability, which is kind of hard to test right now since I haven't actually started wearing these for an increased amount of time. So I think for now, the best way to test this is just gonna be probably just like throwing it. All right, let me go grab that real quick. And boom, just like that, you'll see after a quick throw test, these look like they just came out of the box. Durability is going to be high on this pair of shoes. So on the scale, I'm just gonna say durability is a lot. You have very good durability with this pair of Triple Bs. Next up on our list, we have materials, which is another high point of this pair of sneakers. You'll see, I mean, just in the lacing system itself, it has 2 pairs of laces, what seems to be like a pipe cleaner and zip ties. And then on the front side here, you have these premium feathers from exotic Lithuanian birds, and just all around the premium leather. Let me get this really close to the camera so you can see. This leather is so nice, and the sole is made of a thick rubber that adds to the durability portion in itself. These have probably the best materials that money can buy. So on the scale for materials, I'm just gonna say it's around pi. Now, as you add up all of these numbers, you're gonna get exactly 437.28 out of 10, which makes for the best pair of sneakers I've ever bought. These sneakers are a must grab for any fan of Big Baller Brand or any basketball player in general. Now, if you'd like to get these shoes immediately, I'd suggest going on AliExpress.com, looking for any coming from Singapore, which is where I got these from. Or if you're like most people, you're just gonna have to wait until the official release of the Gelo 3s straight through Big Baller Brand. To show you a little bit of what these sneakers look like on feet, here are a few outfits that I'd recommend wearing with the Big Baller Brand Gelo 3s. Roll the clips.
Every girl crazy about it, shine as me. Sauce it up, you too much, ain't enough, where you from, throw it out, going nuts, going down, sauce it down. Deros. 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist, what? 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist, what? 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist.
On that note, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I am truly honored to be one of the first people in the world to own this pair of sneakers. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, stay in your lane.
Listen, babe, every time I get a better.